What's going on, guys? It's your boy Mr. Was, and today I'm going to be doing something a little different. So today this is going to be a 100% raw, no editing whatsoever, and it's just going to be me just rambling on about just me playing RuneScape in general, the history of when I started, my experiences, and like I said, it's just going to be a complete ramble. So hopefully you guys can enjoy this while you're playing RuneScape or just chilling, or if you've got nothing to watch, then hopefully you're watching this and it can sort of bring back some memories for you as well. And yeah, let me know in the comments section if you can relate to anything I have explained throughout this video, and yeah, please like and subscribe. So I'm going to go back to when I was very young. So at the age of 31 today, I must have started around, I'm going to guess around 10, 11 years old. So it was a long time ago, and I didn't play RuneScape Classic, unfortunately. I've seen some videos and, you know, it does look very cool even though it's very old. But I would love to experience RuneScape Classic. But I think I started, I think it was 2002, something, 2003, something like that, when RuneScape was very fresh. And I'm trying to remember how I got onto RuneScape, because I used to go to an internet cafe with a few mates. It actually wasn't for RuneScape. What was the game? I think a few friends were playing Counter-Strike. I can't remember what I was playing, if I'm honest. It was a very long time ago. It might have been Habbo Hotel, another game that I used to play a lot, as well as Old School RuneScape. But yeah, I remember I was in an internet cafe with my friends, and we was on a website called miniclip.com. Now let me know in the comments if you remember that website. I'm not sure if it's still active. Not too sure about that. But yeah, so I was quite bored. I was like, I need to find a new game. And I was scrolling and I just saw a game called RuneScape. I think it was just called RuneScape or Old School RuneScape. I can't really remember that much, but I can vividly remember. And yeah, I thought, okay, let me give it a go. And literally within the first 5 minutes, I was like, this game's amazing. So obviously back then, like how long ago? So I'm 31. I'm not going to do the maths, but probably like 15 years ago, maybe longer, when I started. Obviously back then there was no such thing as like Unreal Engine, 4K graphics. It was just like you find a game you enjoy, you play it, and that's it. Oh, also, sorry, I'm changing the subject. By the way, I have a cold, so I might sound a bit weird. And yeah, just thought I'd let you guys know. But yeah, so I remember just loading up the game, and I literally, like I said, after 5 minutes, 10 minutes, I was hooked. Obviously, didn't have a clue what I was doing, and I remember showing my mates. I was like, oh, this game is called RuneScape. Really cool. Let's all play. And actually, at the time, I didn't know we could play together. I just thought it was a single player game. But obviously, you know, we worked out we can all play together. And like I said, I can't remember too much because it was a long time ago. And I just remember just killing a load of goblins, spending hours and hours in the internet cafe killing goblins and rats and just running around RuneScape, just not having a clue what I was doing. But it was something different and it was something new. And yeah, it was just it was an amazing experience, you know, for when I was young. And like I said, I got hooked on it, and eventually I got a lot more people on the game, and yeah, it just kind of grew from there. And I can't remember too much more from when I started. I just remember seeing videos on YouTube about it, and I just kind of just wanted to copy what the content creators were doing, you know, leveling up, getting better gear, you know, and stuff like that. And yeah, I played it for a little while, and then obviously I stopped playing because obviously we all played other games. my main game was Call of Duty. I think everyone loved a bit of COD back in the day. A lot of people like Counter-Strike as well. It's sort of like the crossover of gaming. But for me, it was Call of Duty and RuneScape. So yeah, I stopped RuneScape for a bit, playing a Call of Duty and other games. And obviously, as the saying goes, you don't quit RuneScape, you just take breaks, something like that. And I think it was in 2013 when RuneScape was released again, or it's something. I've got a really bad memory. So they released RuneScape again in 2013, and that's when I really started to grind my account. That's when I used to play like 12 hours a day. I used to take time off like school and stuff like that to play RuneScape. I think a lot of people done that as well. Yeah, and I was just like, every day I was getting better and better at the game, getting more knowledge. I was doing some quests, and I was just doing just a bunch of other stuff, just trying to level up. And obviously me and my friends were competing. I was like 20 strength, and then he was 21 strength, and someone else was 25, and we was always competing. But it was all obviously friendly competition, and we'd always try and better one another. And yeah, it just kind of stemmed from there. We was all competing with each other, which is good. And then eventually we kind of just went our own paths and done our own thing. And I remember watching a video. Like I said, it was a long time ago, but I remember someone getting their first 99. And obviously I didn't understand what 99 meant. I knew you could level up, but I didn't understand the max level of a skill or whatever. And I remember watching a video, and I was like, oh cool, like he got 99, okay, what does that mean? And then you see all the fireworks, and then you got like, their friends in game like saying congrats. I'm like, 99, like what's so special about that? I always thought 99 is a weird number, like it's an odd number. At least get 100. Obviously I was new to it. And then when I've done some more research, obviously once you hit a 99 in a skill, you get some perks for getting 99. So for example, 99 cooking, you don't burn any more food, and stuff like that. And I was like, oh wow. And this is before, and just to let you know, I might revert back to old stuff as well. So like I said, this is going to be raw, unedited stuff, so I might go back and forth, but hopefully it will make sense. But this is before my Mr. Was account. I used to have an account called Was22111. Now, to this day, I don't know why I called it 22111. I really don't know why. But unfortunately, that account, if I can remember, it got hacked or banned. I assume it got hacked, because I was too young to understand cheats or botting or anything like that. So it must have got hacked for whatever reason. But that account wasn't maxed. I think I was 120 combat, I remember. I had 2 99s. I had cooking and fletching. I remember that. I didn't have much, like GP. I didn't have much. I don't think I even had 100 mil. Like, I didn't have much at all. Because obviously back then, the money making methods were just so... Like, now I think about it, it's like, why did I waste thousands of hours or hundreds of hours picking flax and... just... My main money making method was picking flax. Now, if you was doing that now, you'd get laughed at. But I was picking flax. I was just doing some random stuff. But back then, it was a good money maker. And like I said, it's a distant memory with that account. But I used to play that account a lot. Like 10 hours plus. Like I said, internet cafe days. Taking days off school to play that account. But yeah, I can't remember what happened to it. It must have got hacked or something happened where I couldn't get onto my account again, and I was very upset. obviously. I was young, very, very upset, and I was like, yeah, I'm not playing this game again. You know, I quit. I spent all my hours. Yeah, that's when I took a break. So like I said, I'm going to go back and forth because I'm trying to remember everything, well, as much as I can. And that's when I quit for a number of years until 2013. But yeah, I got hacked, you know, as far as I can remember. I quit, and it was a shame because obviously all my other friends were still playing, and obviously I used to go around the houses and I used to watch them play, and I was like, oh, this is so, like, soul destroying. Like, I want to play, and it's just like I couldn't be asked to start again, like starting from level 3, all your stats are level 1. You know, I'm sure you guys, you know, have probably been through that situation where you have to start again. It's just so boring. It's like, I suppose that's like any game. When you start a brand new game, you start from the very beginning, and the start is always the most time consuming. I wouldn't say it's hard. That's a good thing about RuneScape. It's not a hard game, it's just very time consuming. But yeah, 2013, obviously got on the grind, and that is when Mr. Was born. Never changed my name since then, and I actually looked at the amount of days that I played on this game, on this account actually. It actually makes me sick. I think when I last looked, it was closing up to 400 days. That, it doesn't sound like a lot, but imagine spending 400 days. That's well over a year just on RuneScape. That's just insane. You know, I looked at that literally 2 days ago when I come back to RuneScape. I was like, oh my god, like, I feel sick. You know what I mean? It's just, it's crazy. But obviously I'll get into why I got back into RuneScape again later on. But yeah, like I said, you know, when RuneScape sort of got released again in 2013, I was grinding. And I said, right, I'm going to make sure this account is not going to get hacked. I've got the 2-step authenticator, because obviously back then there was no such thing. You know, so I made sure my account is 100% secure. It will never get hacked. I mean, it could still get hacked regardless, you know. You'd be very unlucky. But yeah, so I was grinding like 12 hours a day minimum. Maybe 10 hours a day minimum. Taking time off. I even took time off work to bloody grind this account, you know. So I think that's what RuneScape does to you. It literally takes over your life, especially when you're in that mindset of grinding, you know. And there's another, it's not really a saying, it's what people say, oh, basically you're XP wasting. If you're going AFK, you're XP wasting, which is true. You know, I'm sure you guys have had like an 8-hour session of grinding, let's say fletching, or just any skill in general. You've done Slayer for the day, then you go to sleep, you're like, oh shit, I've been asleep for 10 hours or 8 hours. I could have had 8 hours worth of XP. You know, and there's been times when I've not slept for a few days because I want to grind so hard. But obviously your sleep catches up with you, and it affects you, your sleep, your mental state, and it's not good. I've been in some dark places with this game, to the point where I've stopped eating, I've stopped exercising, I've stopped drinking water, I've stopped, basically my life just stopped because of RuneScape, and RuneScape is quite bad. But yeah, like I said before, you know, watching videos on someone getting a 99, obviously when I eventually got my first 99, I think, if I can remember, it was fletching. It was either cooking or fletching, if I can remember. If you look on my channel, I should have some old videos of my first 99s, and actually there is a video of my road to max. It was like just a video of when I started until I maxed, basically. And yeah, if you want to check that out, that'll be in the top right of the screen if you want to have a look at that. Just a little journey of my grind. But yeah, so I got my 99. Obviously, the cape was like glued to me. Like, I didn't care about a fire cape. I didn't care about an obby cape or any cape. I just wanted that 99 cape on me at all times. That fletching cape or cooking cape, whatever I had first, felt like an infernal cape. Honestly, that cape, I felt like invincible. I could do anything. It sounds sad now, but obviously back then it was quite a big deal. And then I thought, oh, this. And then obviously I watched more videos, and it was like, oh, how comes his fletching cape's got like gold trim on the sides and mine's just plain? Then I realised you had to get two 99s to get the trim on any cape. I was like, ah, okay. And that's when I got my second 99, which, like I said, it was either cooking or fletching. So eventually I got cooking and fletching together. I was like, oh, there we go, I got the trim. And then it just gave me the motivation to get more 99s. And I wasn't really thinking about maxing at this point. I just wanted to get some 99s and make my account look, you know, pleasing when people search me up on the high scores. Because obviously back then 99s were quite rare to get. You know, now it's just like, if you've got the GP, you can get them in like a day or so, you know. But back then GP was hard to get, and obviously 99s, like I said, were rare to achieve, you know. But yeah, so I got my 99s, and I can't, to be honest, it's going to sound bad, but I can't remember the order of my 99s after my cooking and fletching. Like I said, it is a bit of a blur in between when I started until I maxed, but I can remember some parts. But yeah, it got to the stage where I was like, okay, I got a little bit bored of the skilling grind, I must admit. And I thought, let me try some PvE. Let me try, you know, killing bosses and stuff like that. And I didn't mind the PvE experience, but I just enjoyed skilling so much to the point, even now, like if you search me up, I don't have the best stats or record or high scores for bosses because I don't really kill many. Like, don't get me wrong, I enjoy raids, I enjoy like certain bosses, but I just prefer skilling. It's just more chill. I don't have to stress too much. You know, I could just watch a movie while I'm skilling. I could talk on Discord, or I could just do whatever, basically. I could do it on my mobile. But yeah, even now, like, I prefer skilling. You know, and hence why I got my couple 200 mils, which I'll go into later on as well. But yeah, it got to the stage where I got a bit bored of the 99s. I thought, right, I'm going to do some quests. And then obviously I watched some videos on how to do quests, because back then there wasn't no quest helper. You know, there wasn't even a guide on how to do quests back then. You had to kind of use the wiki, and even the wiki sometimes didn't help, because I'm not like, I haven't got the biggest brain in the world, let's be honest. Like, I'm a bit, how can I say this nicely? I'm not the smartest person in the world, basically. Let's put it that way. I'm a bit slow when it comes to, like, when I read stuff. I'm like, oh, okay, where's this? Where do I go? Where other people could just go, oh yeah, that's here, that's there. So yeah, that getting a quest cape was a big journey. And obviously over time there were some guides. I think it was Slayer Music was the main person who brought out quest guides, which was a lifesaver. Because some of the quests were like very challenging, like Dragon Slayer 2. You got Song of the Elves, like the really tough ones. Monkey Man is 2 as well. So yeah, those, I probably used 95% of his videos for questing, if I'm honest. And then obviously, like the last few quests that I haven't done, I used, obviously Runelight was introduced, and then I used the quest helper, which is a lifesaver for players who have not played before. Obviously now I've maxed and basically completed what I wanted to complete. There's obviously an easy route to doing that now, like with questing, and there's guides, and there's just so many videos now. But yeah, back then, like I said, I just wanted to get some 99s. I didn't care about maxing. But yeah, like I said, over time I've done my quests, and I thought, right, do you know what? I'm gonna max. I don't care how hard it's gonna be. Well, it wasn't hard. Like I said, it's just very time consuming. Obviously, the XP rates are not the best, especially when you're doing skills like mining, agility, rune crafting. Them 3 skills are the worst skills in the world. Now, let me know in the comments section what is your worst skill you've ever trained. Doesn't matter if it was to 99, just in general. For me, it's mining. I can't stand mining. I think it's the worst skill ever. You know, even if I was getting like 300k XP an hour, it's still the worst skill, in my opinion. Second would probably, I would say agility. Even though it is quite chill, but I don't know. It's just not for me. And then obviously rune crafting, I'd prefer the most. Especially now that you've got the mini game, which decent XP. Obviously back then there was no such thing as mini games. Any sort of benefits to getting more XP for those boring skills. But yeah, like I said, fast forwarding, you know, it got to a stage where I thought, right, I'm gonna max. That's it, I'm maxing. Because obviously it got to the stage where more videos were coming out, then people started maxing. And then I remember watching a video on when Zima got 99 in all skills and his rank 1. And I was like, oh wow, like I would love to do that. And even back then it was unheard of. Like getting 99 in one skill was an achievement, but getting 99 in all skills is like almost impossible until Zima done it and then a few other people done it. And obviously now it's just become the norm. But yeah, I just thought, right, I'm going to do it. Because none of my friends really, not that they couldn't do the grind, it was just, like I said, it was just so time consuming. And obviously the skills, like mining, agility, etc. just took too much time. But for some reason, and to this day, I still don't know how I done it, I grinded 10 hours a day, mining, smithing, fletching, agility. You know, unfortunately, I left them 3 skills till last: agility, mining, and rune crafting, which is probably the worst thing I could have done because the 3 are the slowest skills. But yeah, I think I was just so motivated and so like determined to get a max cape. I just, you know, I didn't think about it too much. It was only until I got to the last skill, which was rune crafting, I started to watch my XP, which is the worst thing to do, especially not just if you're maxing, but if you're getting a 99. I used to watch the last, when I got to level 98, I used to watch my XP like every 5 minutes. And it's just annoying because the XP used to go up so slow. And I used to feel like I was getting like 2k XP an hour, even though I was getting like 200k XP an hour. But yeah, when I was maxing, I couldn't believe it. It was just a surreal moment because, and you'll see it on the video as well, like, you know, I'll put the video in the description. It'll make it easier for those who missed the link at the top right. But yeah, it was just a surreal moment because when I was on my last skill, when I was training runecrafting, I would have my stats up and I'm like, wow, look, I've got all these 99s done. All I need is this last skill. And I think runecrafting took me a good month or so. It took me a long time. And yeah, it was just, it's a very weird feeling for those who have not maxed their account. And I've had a few people come up to me in games and said, oh, what does it feel like to be maxed? And it must be a great feeling. And I'll be honest, and I'm sure a lot of you guys who are maxed will agree with me on this. Like I said, let me know in the comment section how you felt after maxing. You know, so for me, obviously I was a few XP away. Like I said, you'll see in the video. I might even pull the clip up now to show you. I had a few people, you know, come to my my max party, if you like. It wasn't many people because I just wanted to get it done out the way. And literally as soon as that 99 showed up on screen, I was maxed. Obviously the adrenaline kicked in. I was excited. I was buzzing. I felt like I won the lottery. It was a really weird feeling in a good way. So I was like, shit, like what now? What do I do? Where do I get the cape? So I had to literally Google where to get this max cape. And it says, oh, I need to mine. I had to chop a tree. I was like, right, let me get an axe, chop that down. Oh, now I need to mine something. So I mined this rock. Then I had to push a boulder. I was like, am I going to like go into like a boss room or something? Like, I didn't see any videos on this. I just kind of just went with it just to sort of experience it myself. And obviously I was streaming on Discord at the time to a few friends, which was nice because they was happy for me at the time. I was like, oh look, there he is. So there's a guy, I think his name was called Max, the NPC, if I can remember. And just went through the dialogue. Obviously at the time I didn't have money on me, GP on me for whatever reason. I was just too excited. I was like 2.2, was it 2,277,000? Just basically the same total level as when you max, but in GP. I thought, okay. So I went back to the bank, got the money again. And you can even see on the clip, like I was just so happy. But weirdly enough, as soon as I got the cape, wore it, done the emote as you do with even your 99s, you do the emote, you sort of flex a little bit. I've done the emote and I was like, I've done it. But like, this is going to be hard to explain. I went from being, like, let's say from 1 to 100. I went from 1 to 100 as in pure excitement, happy, to like straight back down to like 20. Actually, let's say from 1 to 10, 10 being like on top of the world and 1 being like just whatever, like just normal, you know. And I went from a 10 to like a 2. As soon as I done the emote, as soon as I got my capes in different colours, got the RD cape 4, max cape and all that kind of stuff, all that adrenaline, all that hype just went within like a few seconds. Everyone obviously once you celebrate, everyone teleported, done their own thing, and everyone just kind of went back to reality. Like I teleported. I think I teleported to the Grand Exchange, and I was like, okay, now what? And now at this moment, I wasn't really burnt out. I was just more like confused what to do, because my goal was just to max on RuneScape. I wanted to get 99 in every skill, and that was it. Obviously there was pets, you know, you've got, even actually back then I don't think there was combat achievements. Maybe when I was max there was combat achievements, but back then I don't think there was any. But yeah, you had pets, you've got quests and diaries and stuff like that, which I didn't complete all my diaries after I maxed. I don't think I even completed all my quests. I've done everything quite backwards. I didn't really do things the right way, you know. But yeah, like I said, after I maxed, I kind of, yeah, I just didn't know what to do, and I kind of just done a lot of bank standing, and I was just looking at my stats, looking at all the 99s, my total level, total XP. I was like, right, well, I was even saying to people, like, what do I do? I said, what do you mean? Like, get your quest cape, get your achievement cape, like the diary cape, and obviously now there's combat achievements, do some of them, get some pets. I was like, I can't be bothered. And literally a couple weeks after maxing, I kind of stopped playing. I didn't quit, I just stopped playing like as many hours as I was playing, like 10 hours plus. So it went from 10 hours to like maybe 3 or 4 hours, which is still quite a fair amount. And then it got to a stage where I kind of just stopped playing. And obviously in between, obviously going back a little bit, in between maxing and, you know, before maxing, I was obviously creating YouTube videos, you know, stuff like that. But even after maxing, I was doing some videos as well. But I just kind of lost motivation in RuneScape in general. Like, I was just so burnt out. And I thought, right, let me just do YouTube videos to sort of take my mind off just playing RuneScape. So I had to sort of play some RuneScape, record, stop playing, edit, so so it breaks things up a bit. And obviously YouTube wasn't doing amazing. Okay, some videos done pretty well, but yeah, that took a lot out of me making YouTube videos, because even though they may not look best content in the world, but to me it took a long time. Like, it would take a whole day to make a YouTube video, which doesn't sound like a lot, but imagine spending like 8 to 10 hours on your computer editing. Like, it's a lot of work. So yeah, my YouTube, even to this day, is not doing great, so hence why I've been in and out. And obviously that took a toll on how I felt about RuneScape in general. I was just like, I can't be bothered. Yeah, then I did start to PvM a little bit, started to do some bosses, raids. Obviously, like, new content came out, like TOA, new quests. So it kind of kept the game fresh for me in a way. But yeah, it just got too much for me in the end, and I just kind of stopped playing. Even before I maxed, I actually stopped playing for like a year or so, maybe longer. Just got burnt out, and then, like I said, recently I stopped playing for like a year. Because I got burnt out after maxing. Obviously, I've done my YouTube for a bit. Obviously, it went well for a while. And then, obviously, recently, I would say more recent, I stopped playing for about 6-7 months. Because I was burnt out, and obviously the YouTube weren't doing well, as I said before. And obviously I have other games that I play, so I'll just play other games, enjoying that, not thinking about RuneScape. Obviously RuneScape has always been on my mind because it's just a game I grew up playing. But yeah, it was only until last few days, even the day of this recording, like a few days, I just got back into RuneScape. I thought, let me log in, let me just see where I was at. And I was at the GE. I think I was training Herbal or crafting or something. I can't really remember. Because obviously, after I maxed as well, obviously I'm going to backtrack a little bit more now. I sort of took that year off after maxing, and then when I came back, I thought, you know what? I want to go for a 200 mil. That's going to be my next goal. Because I don't like PvE too much, or PVMing, sorry. I thought, I'm going to go for a 200 mil, something easy. That's when I got the wood cutting, the cooking, and obviously when I logged in recently, I thought, you know what, that's going to be my goal from now on, until I'm burnt out again, of course. And that's just to go for 200 mils. And yes, getting a 200 mil in any skill is expensive. Certain skills you can make money from, like cooking, fishing, but the Bible skills like Herbal, construction, prayer, it's just a pure loss. And I don't have that kind of GP to just throw out there. But at the moment I am doing some fletching, so I've got 200 mil fletching banked, if you like, 200 mil fire making banked. What else? I think that's it at the moment. And obviously whatever I make from that, fletching, actually I'm not going to really make money. Fire making, obviously I'm not going to make money. So the rest of the money I have left over, I'm going to probably use it in a skill that's going to make me money, like smithing. So I might smith some Rune 2Hs, sell them, make some profit. Might go well too, sell them for a bit of profit, who knows. So I'm just going to take it step by step. But yeah, like coming back to RuneScape again, it is a nice feeling. Like I said, you never quit RuneScape, you just take breaks. And I've bumped into a few people who have took like a few weeks off, a few years off. There was even one person who took like 8 years off. And it's just like, you just can't hide from this game. Like, the game, you always come back to this game. For me, this is just one of the best, if not the best MMO ever, in my opinion. I personally would say it's the best MMO I've ever played. It's just so chill. It's noob friendly, if you like, and it's just amazing, you know. Okay, it's not going to be for everyone, but it's just very chill. Okay, the community can be a little bit toxic at times, but I think that's just like most games these days. But yeah, so what are my goals for 2024? Well, hopefully, because I'm never going to say, oh yeah, I promise I'm going to do this. Hopefully, I'm going to get back onto YouTube at some point. Because I actually enjoyed my recent videos when I was doing Slayer. So like one task, so if I do a Slayer task, it might be kill 400 smoke devils, and I'll do a video on that, and then whatever my next task could be, it could be kill 20 King Black Dragons, for example. So I did enjoy them, but like I said, because my YouTube wasn't doing well, and I was kind of still burnt out whilst I was doing my videos at the same time, so it was kind of half-hearted, you know. Even though I felt like I put a lot of effort in, it was tough. It was tough on my mental state. So yeah, I'm just gonna play casually. You know, obviously today and yesterday I played for like 6 to 8 hours, which I would say is quite average amount of hours that most people would play a game. And you know, it feels nice to play again. And like I said, I'm gonna go for hopefully this year. Hopefully I can get a couple 200 mils, so fletching would be one of them. What would the next one be? Maybe, I can't really say because my mind changes like every 5 minutes. Maybe smithing or herb lore, possibly. Maybe crafting. All depends on how I feel. But fletching is going to be my #1 goal for 200 mils. Maybe actually fire making after fletching because that's quite an easy one. But yeah, I'm just going to skill and see what happens. And yeah, I'll go back to the videos again because obviously I do miss making content for you guys, because obviously I built some good relationships through YouTube, and not just YouTube but just the people I met along the way on RuneScape from when I started. You know, there's some people that I've had on my friends list from the start, and even when I logged in recently, there's a few people that just was so shocked to see me online. It was like, oh, welcome back, you know, good to see you again, when's the next video, you know, and or just, you know, how's the grind going, and it just brings back those memories again, you know. And yeah, like I said at the start of this video, this is going to be a complete ramble of a video, you know. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this so far. Hopefully it's been relaxing. Hopefully you can relate to it or relate to some of the stuff I've said. But like I said, normally I edit my videos in a certain way. I have a certain way of, not scripted, but yeah, you could say scripted in a way, like how I want to say things. But like I said, this is going to be completely raw. There's going to be no editing whatsoever. So if you've heard me coughing a few times, that's going to stay in there as well. So I apologise because I've got a bit of a cold. I'm not feeling too great, but yeah, not a great time to do a video either, but there you go. But yeah, there's probably a few things I've missed that I've not mentioned. But yeah, let me know in the comment section on your experiences. Like send me like a paragraph in the comment section. Let me know your experiences, and you know, let me know when you started. What was your first pet? What was your first 99? You know, just let me know in the comment section anything you want to mention, anything that I've missed. I could probably do on a separate video. That would be great. Or if you want me to do more videos like this, let me know. If you want me to do another video on, like I said, something like this, that could be, I don't know, obviously RuneScape related, but something slightly different, subject related, let me know in the comment section below. But yeah, I'm trying to think what else I can mention. Obviously, when I was maxing, I was obviously grinding. There was actually one time when I was doing PVM content, is when I was grinding for pets as well. See, like I said, I'm going back and forward here, so I'm sorry if I'm giving you guys a bit of a a bit of a headache, like a roller coaster journey. But like I said, it's a bit of a ramble, so hopefully you guys understand. But yeah, there was a time I wanted to go for pets. As much as I didn't like the PVM content because it wasn't my thing, the pets made me enjoy the PVM content, if that makes sense. So I can't remember how many pets I've got. I think it's 14 pets, maybe 15. I can't really remember. But like I said, I won't edit this video too much. I think the only thing I would put on screen or in description is when I'm maxed. You can even check out some of my older videos where you can see the pets that I have. I think I have a few videos of my pets. But yeah, I'm going to end this video now because I'm looking at the recording time. It's 41 minutes, which is more than enough time to ramble on about RuneScape. Like I said before, if I've missed anything out, if you want me to do a video, something like this again, on a different subject to do with RuneScape, please let me know in the comment section below. I'll try my best to ramble on as much as I could about when I started RuneScape, you know, how I got to maxing and this and that. But yeah, just let me know, like I said, in the comment section, your history, your first 99, your first experience when playing RuneScape. Yeah, I think I've done this outro about 4 times, so I do apologise. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I know it's been a long time since I've uploaded a new video, but yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.